Welcome to the second virtual SEND conference. I'm going to make the same jokes as last time. I'm going to talk about turning your mobile phones off, even though I can't hear them, the fire exit. If you see us all disappear, it is because the fire alarm's going off and we're just going to run. And the last one, don't blame us if you don't have like your lunch. We are back, we are bigger, we are better. And thank you for joining us on what is actually the first anniversary of the idea of the virtual SEND conference. It was actually a year ago, myself and my colleague John were sitting in a conference in Glasgow. And as we watched the conference and the delegates getting there late, getting lost, not sure which room they should be in, finding the room already full, joining an extremely long lunch queue, worrying about the traffic on the way home, we thought there's got to be a better way. And a year later, we're actually at the second virtual SEND conference because we don't hang around, we just get on with things. And the great thing about these virtual SEND conferences is they are mostly timeless. You're all here live. Some people will be watching this later because they can't get out of their commitments today, so they're teaching or they got other things on, which is fine because you get to watch these sessions again and again and again. If you attended the first conference, by the end of today, you'll have a bank of over 20 sessions you can use to deliver CPD in your school. If you attended the first conference, you'll hopefully found the experience much smoother this time. We've done a lot of changes, make things easier to access. So welcome to anyone who can now access the conference through the London Grid for Learning. Couldn't do that last time because of firewalls, but we're big improvements. We've also made work so the audio's clearer, so hopefully you'll be able to hear us much clearer than last time. So that will make life a lot easier for you. And we did have a chat system last time, but that wasn't the easiest on the depth screen. But you'll see on the right-hand side of the screen, there is a chat system. Click join as guest, type your name in and join in the chat. So you can use that to ask questions of me or the speakers, but also use that to chat to other attendees. If you want to find out anyone in your area to connect with, ask who's near me and say your area and see what happens. As we all know, time and money are hugely limiting factors in most aspects of life these days. And in the world of special needs, minimal budgets, huge workload make this even worse. And this means we've got to find new and improved ways of solving problems. At B Squared, we've embraced webinars and we do lots of online meetings. It's a great way to share information about our products and changes around assessments. So when schools are trying to find out what's going on with the government, what's going on with the aspects of engagement, the pre-key stage standards, they can just book an online meeting, have a nice simple 20-minute chat with us and really find out what's going on and what they need to do and what it means for them. So it's great for us, and what we actually found out, we have more contact with our customers than we ever have had because it's so easy just to book an online meeting. And following on from that, it's why we created this conference. It wasn't about showing what B Squared do, this is about helping everyone. So sharing best practice, the latest guidance across the UK and even across the world. So we do have schools joining us, I think from the Middle East and maybe Egypt this time. And the Roch Review final report recommended schools share best practice and seek out best practice. And that was 3 years ago. That Roch Review was 3 years ago. And if you think about all those recommendations, how many have actually had anything happen with them? P levels are gone. We still haven't had the full replacement yet, but that will get there hopefully this term. To come in next year. And with academisation, shrinking LAs with less budget and the whole sort of school system being more fragmented, there aren't effective ways of getting lots of schools together. And this conference, going out across the country, is probably one of the most effective way of reaching a large number of schools. I would just like to mention our next project. So the next project we're working on, which we're just at the start of, is our podcast for everything to do with special needs. Okay. So we're calling it the SENDcast. Hopefully that's going to make sense. So it's a podcast around SEN. It's going to be weekly. And you will find that a number of the speakers from this conference will be featuring on the podcast, sharing their knowledge and experience. And talking to Jane and Lorraine last night, they will hopefully be joining us for a sort of monthly Q&A. So people will be able to ask their questions of the experts and get answers from them on a regular basis. We'll be starting to record in the next few weeks. We'll be launching early 2020. Hopefully you've just seen the album artwork and the website address. And hopefully my colleague John is going to be putting the website in the chat so you can click on that and open up. So please sign up for the update so we can keep you updated on the podcast as we get closer to launch. that is enough for me. My friend Jane is next to me, and she noticed how little time she has to talk about the subject. So I've flown through my introduction as quickly as possible, so she has more time to talk about all the things that are coming in the future.